For me, independence in marketing means to be able to create a significant impact. I think as a CMO, it's a very exciting role to run for a company. And when I say impact, is that your ability to go out and impact the consumers who buy your products, your ability to go out and impact the society at large, your ability to go out and impact the way we consume stuff or the way we utilize our services. So one of the greatest measures or metrics of independence is being able to impact, and that is what the role gives us. The second thing about being independent is that it is a role which cuts across all the across the entire organization. It is not restricted to a particular zone or to a particular uh, department. That's the other way of looking at independence. It's an extremely empowering kind of a role. And the third part of being independent is that as a CMO, you have the ear of the board, you have the ear of the MD and the CEO. Also, you get reviewed by both of them. So independence has got its own contours of being responsible, and I think that is what makes it a interesting package collectively. See, the most important thing is that marketing is a great balance of both the left and the right brains. Okay, and when you look at creativity, it can't be restricted to one person. I mean, it can't run hierarchically. Second thing is that creativity cannot also happen in a process-driven manner, saying that you go stage one and then stage two and stage three. So it is very, very important for the CMO to recognize that he or she needs to harness as many minds as possible, because the same story can be said in different ways. And the beauty of it is that for a CMO, you are able to then take a call and say that, I believe in this story and this is my gut feel. Let me go out and back that. So when you are able to go out and create that kind of a culture in the team, you are able to create a lot of independence amongst the members of the team. Having said so, you should also not take your eye off the ball, or you should not take your foot off the pedal, because because if you're seeking for independence, it can also go haywire and the output may not be exactly what you have planned. So you need to know the destination where you want to go, and therefore direct the journey in that direction, allowing people to take responsibility, to be accountable for what they want to go out and do, and give them the joy of creating a very, very powerful brand over the years. So I think the biggest strength of marketing, as I told you, is the impact that marketing can go out and create, for which the marketeers themselves need to realize their position in this large universe, or in the industry at large. When you're cognizant of your position, then you know the impact that you go out and create. And that is the biggest strength of marketing. The other strength of marketing is that it is its ability to give a narrative to the story of a brand. And when I say the story of a brand, it is not just the product or the service that the brand manufactures or puts out, but it is also the story of the people. It is also the story of the culture of the organization. It is also the story of the numerous partnerships which a brand has. That is the other strength which comes in with this particular role. The third strength which comes in is and that too, if you are a culture foodie, which is what I claim to be, I am, is your ability to go out and understand the same brand, particularly in India, in different cultural contexts, in different vernacular architectures, in different linguistic capabilities. And while you may do well in metros, I'm just sort of simplifying what I was trying to say. While you may do well in metros, you may be struggling in tier 2, tier 3 towns. And hence, to be able to straddle both is a strength which it gives you. What is the weakness, in case of SWOT? I think a lot of marketeers are humble, and I would say skewing towards meek, because they keep feeling that their role is about budget. But the most important point is that the budget is the fuel for a marketeer. Okay, and they get into this trap when people start saying, "What is the impact of marketing?" So here is my take. Okay, to overcome the weakness, the marketer should believe that they are the David Beckham in the team. If you ask Beckham how many goals did you score, it's a wrong question to ask. But if you ask Beckham how many goals did you set up for it to be scored, then that's the role of Beckham, and that's how you measure Beckham. So to measure a marketeer, they need to believe that it is not a weakness when you go out and ask for budgets, because the budget is the enabler of setting up that goal. Because in the absence of the budget, the goal can't be set and business can't be done. So that's a very important thing for folks to know when it comes to understanding their weaknesses. What is the opportunity? I think today the marketer has got a lot of tools, and I don't want to state the obvious, which is data and technology. Obviously, it is there. But the larger opportunity, because of the way India is rising, because of the way our economy is being seen as, and also the democratization of the media because of social and digital, is to tell your story many times over across the globe. But the larger opportunity, because of the way India is rising, because of the way our economy is being seen as, and also the democratization of the media because of social and digital, is to tell your story many times over across the globe. They may not be your consumers, but you have a natural, segue to tell a story of a bank, or to tell a story of a soap, or to tell a story of a consumer durable to many people over, and win a lot of fans for the brand. At the end of the day, when you look at the valuation of a brand, it is a function of its ability to connect to people, whether they're consumers or no, but how do they perceive your brand? And some of the biggest brands are those which have been built because of global narratives, not necessarily consumers who consume it across the globe, but the way they are. So that's the opportunity which is there. What is the threat for marketeers? If the marketeers are not able to rise up and appeal to the numbers that they need to go out and eke from the CFO, or if they're not able to go out and convince the board about something that they're going out and doing, is a big threat to them in their individual role. It's not a threat to the profession of being a chief marketing officer, but a threat to the person who runs the role. Number two is that if the marketer is not on the ball as far as technology is concerned, and I'm not talking technology in the sense of a fintech partnership, but I'm saying technology overall, as it is getting more and more pervasive. I mean, if you look at our own industry, our regulator is so encouraging in terms of the use of technology, and I think they are encouraging us to think tech first. So if as a CMO, I'm not up the curve on trying to understand the technology and its nuances and its opportunities, I will put the role into a threat. So that's the second threat that we have. The third thing, and which is not just today, but it's always been the case, that if I don't have, as a CMO, a vernacular architecture, and I know that I'm using this for the second time in this discussion, then I will create a brand which is bonsai, which is stymied, and it is not going out and playing to full glory, because there are only pockets of the market that I understand, and a large pocket is left open for somebody else to go out and do.